Another service provided is regulation of air, soil, and nutrients. Plants play a crucial role in Montgomery's ecosystem, being the primary producers and thus the sole producer of energy in the entirety of Montgomery's ecosystem. Without this trophic level, Montgomery's ecosystem would surely collapse.
First, let's talk about air quality regulation. Montgomery is a town that is recognized for its vast farmlands and agriculture, and these lands correlate to a greater number of pests and pesticides.
The humble pine tree is a member of the phylum Coniferida and is most likely the most recognizable of this phylum. Species in Coniferophyta, or as they are colloquially referred to, conifers, are mostly characterized by long, needle-like leaves and their trademark cones that contain the seeds of the next generation. These cones are extremely durable, protecting the seeds inside even if the parent tree is burned down. Coniferous trees common in the area are used to prevent pesticide flow from nearby farms. This protects and promotes the agricultural value of Montgomery by diminishing the number of pesticides and purifying the air.
Plants are constantly creating oxygen and eating up carbon dioxide through the Calvin cycle, creating an environment for the Montgomery system to survive in.
In addition, since farmland and agriculture is so great in the township, manure from the animals contributes significantly to nutrients and richness of the soil.
Furthermore, these large trees contribute greatly to soil regulation and maintenance. Since large trees are often not susceptible to predators, they die because of poor soil conditions or damage caused by humidity. However, these large trees are decomposed and funnel their nitrogen contents through the nitrogen cycle occurring in the soil so that it becomes more nutrient rich. There have also been studies proving that environments that resemble a natural forest have better soil conditions.
Nitrogen is crucial for the survival of animals and the human race. Nitrogen makes up the amino groups and in amino acids which make up proteins, which make up our bodies. 78% of the air around us is filled with nitrogen gas. However, the N2 molecule is extremely difficult to break apart because of the triple bond. So nitrogen-fixing bacteria found in soil and water break apart the molecule for use. Nitrogenase is found in these bacteria and guide ammonification and convert the nitrogen into ammonia and ammonium. Then nitrifying bacteria converts the ammonium into nitrates and nitrites. Nitrates are then assembled to be absorbed into the roots of plants so that they can be consumed and moved up the trophic levels as DNA, amino acids, and others. The nitrogen content is moved up as amino acid and serves as an organism's source of creating proteins. Decomposers break down these feces so that the nitrogen could be reabsorbed into the soil, and denitrifying bacteria returns the nitrogen back into the atmosphere.
Another common plant is from the phyla Lycophyta. Lycophyta are known for their microphylls, a kind of leaf that arose and evolved independently of leaves on other types of vascular plants. Microphylls have one long unbranched vein, whereas megaphylls have multiple veins that usually branch more than once throughout the leaf.
The last main service that the environment of suburban Montgomery provides is meaningful human interaction. The plants, animals, and the environment in general not only serve to aid in scientific and academic pursuits, but also provide a serene setting that is both pleasing to the eye and capable of hosting recreational activities.
Grasses are a type of monocot, which is one of the major groups of angiosperm and anthophytes. Monocots have one cotyledon, or one embryonic leaf. An embryonic leaf is one of the first leaves to appear from a sprouting seed. The petals on the flowers are grouped in threes. The veins and leaves run parallel to the shape, and pollen grains only have one pore. They also have a vascular cambium, which inhibits their roots from secondary thickening.
These ubiquitous organisms create a green and healthy look for the town, as well as serve as a soft surface for recreational purposes. This creates a more active community, which reverts to going outside and hanging out with friends, rather than staying at home and wasting energy. Throughout the summer, you can see many young students, adults, and elderly roaming the park, playing basketball, soccer, running, walking, and more.
The monocots also act as primary producers in the food chain along with various other plants. After taking in carbon dioxide, water, energy in the form of sunlight, and other nutrients, primary consumers are able to increase their biomass, which in many cases are consumed by primary consumers or chopped up by a lawnmower. These primary consumers consist of herbivores. Since only about 10% of the biomass is transferred from each trophic level to the next, trophic pyramids are usually limited to just a few trophic levels because any more levels would be unsustainable. In Montgomery, some of the most common wildlife include deer, rabbit, fish, and squirrels, all of which are either primary or secondary consumers and can be hunted when in season. All of these contribute to the total gain that is outputted from the ecosystem in suburban Montgomery, greater influx of money made from it.
Further service provided by the green environment is education. Having a healthy functioning and ecosystem present in most neighborhoods and areas around Montgomery allows for people to self-educate and explore nature, reducing the need to waste hours indoors researching biology, consuming energy through various sources such as lights and computer-run simulations. During the school day, one might find a middle school science class analyzing plants and animals in the local area outside rather than watching a PowerPoint indoors.
We decided to calculate how much these ecological services actually cost and how much they provide for Montgomery. According to the Montgomery Natural Resource Inventory, we calculated that there's 1,132 hectares of wetland, and each hectare is $0.14 million, totaling to $158.79 million. Next, farmland. You know, Montgomery has a lot of farms. There are 2,082 hectares of farms, and each hectare is $0.005568 million, totaling up to $11.59 million. Next, there's also grassland. Grass. With 493 hectares in Montgomery and $0.004156 million per hectare, totaling to $2.05364 million. Next, urban land, which is 2,551 hectares, $0.00666 million per hectare, which is $16.99 million. Also, there are forests, which is 2,306 hectares, $0.003 million per hectare, or $7.24 million. And also rivers / lakes / streams, which is 66 hectares, and $0.0124 million per hectare, totaling to $0.819255556 million, totaling altogether to $197.488 million.